Did you know Blake Griffin, a power forward, leads the league in assists in this year's playoffs? Hello and welcome to the Sports Rant. Today we're going to talk about the Clippers and how they fare in the NBA playoffs. Now, after arguably the best first-round matchup in the history of the NBA playoffs between the Clippers and the Spurs, the Clippers came stumbling into round 2, beaten up and very tired. They in fact played 4 games every other day in a row. And into the second round, they're playing every other day again up until the 7th game. Talk about being exhausted. On top of that, they're missing their star point guard, Chris Paul, with a hamstring injury. Now, he probably could play, but coming into the second round, it wasn't as dire for him to play in the first game, so he sat it out. Many experts said that this was going to put them behind the 8 ball. Charles Barkley even went as far as saying that besides Jamal Crawford, no one else on the Clippers could create their own shot. Now, in my own opinion, I don't think this is very true. Chris Paul can create his own shot. Blake Griffin has become the star power forward in the league in being able to create his own shot either in a layup form or at the top of the key. One thing going in the Clippers' favor is Las Vegas. They like to predict what they think is going to happen in the games to come. One thing that they did predict is the Clippers had a 16% chance at actually winning it all and winning the championship. Now, going into Game 1, with Chris Paul on the sideline, the Clippers had a huge task against them. Blake Griffin, being the player that he is, took the Clippers on his back without Chris Paul in the game, and actually recorded his 3rd triple-double in the last 8 games. Behind Blake Griffin and the rest of the Clippers starters, they were able to stun the Rockets last night, 117-101, proving many of the experts' predictions wrong in the fact that they can win without Chris Paul. Now, being honest, comment below what you thought was actually going to happen last night. Did you think the Clippers had what it took without Chris Paul to win that first game in Houston? I personally was pretty skeptical. Now, listening to many of the experts talk, it was confusing to me because the Clippers have beaten the Rockets 12 of the last 14 times. That being said, they were exhausted having played 4 games in the last 8 days. Now, going forward, it is pretty evident that the Clippers do have the Rockets' number. One thing that they did focus on last night, and I think we'll see throughout the series, is forcing the Rockets' star point guard, James Harden, to go right. He loves to go left, he's left-handed, he loves to drive the lane and lay it up. If you force him to go right, he often passes it. If he passes it out, the Clippers are also very good defenders on the lane and on the corners. So that is how the Rockets like to function, and if you're forcing them into plays that they're not used to, it obviously, we saw last night, pays huge dividends. Now, I want you to comment below. Tell me what you think. Was last night's game a fluke? Was it the Clippers just on a roll from being the champions? Or was last night evidence that the Clippers do have a defensive stop? Are they able to stop the Rockets, stop Dwight Howard, the very powerful big man? Now, one big decision that the Clippers do have to make is regarding Chris Paul. Do you play him tomorrow night or not? Comment below what you think. Should the Clippers really try to go up 2-0 going home and risk Chris Paul getting injured more? Or should they decide that even if they do lose, they take the split and they get home court advantage? I personally think that they should sit Chris Paul one more game. That gives him 6 days off in between the last time he played and that first game at Staples Center at home. It gives the Clippers the chance to either go home with the split, taking home court advantage, or they go up 2-0. Either way, they're in the driver's seat, and they have that ability to take commanding control of the series. That's going to do it for the Sports Rant. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and to like this video. Also, don't forget to comment what you think, and let's have a discussion down below.